Good morning. We find ourselves at the midpoint in the second week of our holy penitential season of Advent. Now, yesterday, of course, you recall we celebrated the holy day of obligation, the solemnity of the Immaculate Conception. And last week I covered in somewhat summary form the Church's doctrine and belief and the history of that beautiful solemnity. Now, in a few days from today, on Saturday, December 12th, we will celebrate the feast of Our Lady of Guadalupe. Now, of course, this is not a holy day of obligation, but it's one of the principal Marian feasts in the Church's liturgical year and on the Church's liturgical calendar. And it all begins really with her appearances to St. Juan Diego, and of course we know the miracles, or at least the original miracle that took place to convince the bishop at the time that Juan Diego wasn't crazy, he wasn't seeing things, he wasn't making anything up. And of course that miracle was twofold. Our Blessed Lady imprinted on the inside of his tunic, the tilma as it was called, a perfect image of how she was appearing to St. Juan Diego. And then she filled his tilma, his cloak, with beautiful roses that he picked from a bush that was growing on the site close to where the current Basilica of Our Lady of Guadalupe now stands. Of course, the dramatic story of St. Juan Diego coming to the bishop who he had already gone to, and the bishop was very skeptical, wasn't sure what Juan Diego was saying. He wanted some proof. And so Juan Diego comes to the bishop with the proof. And as he opens his tilma, these beautiful roses fall out on the floor, and the bishop falls on his knees in awe and in reverence for the image of our Blessed Lady, which we know to be the image of Our Lady of Guadalupe, which is so familiar to all of us, on the inside of his tunic or his tilma. That same tunic is still a treasured relic which draws literally millions of people to Guadalupe every year, not just to reverence, but then to ask our Blessed Lady's intercession before the Lord. And as time has gone on, our Blessed Lady, under her title of Our Lady of Guadalupe, she is the patroness of the pro-life movement because of, through her apparitions, I should say, to St. Juan Diego, she expressed not only the Lord's great love for the people, but her own love for them as their mother. And that has imprinted an indelible character and faith on the people of the Americas, so much so that it makes perfect sense that the Church would, under her title of Our Lady of Guadalupe, make her the patroness of the pro-life movement. She loves all of us, her children, those in the womb and those of all of us outside of the womb. And she is the one to whom we go with our fervent prayers to turn the hearts and the minds of those who promote abortion on demand, literally the murder of innocent children, born and unborn. We go to her with our fervent and constant prayers that she will intercede before the Lord, who will change the minds and hearts of these legislators and all these advocates of death, literally, and we will be rid once and for all, not just in our own country, but in the world, of this terrible scourge of the murder of the innocents. This is an important feast of our Blessed Mother, and it's not just coincidental that it happens a few days after the solemnity of the Immaculate Conception. The Church is reminding us of who our Blessed Lady is, how important she is to the history of salvation and to the life of the Church. And so, if possible, please do attend and participate at Holy Mass this coming Saturday, December 12th, and honor our Blessed Lady as Our Lady of Guadalupe and patroness of the Americas, and most especially the patroness of the pro-life movement. May you continue to grow in your faith and hope in this holy season of Advent.